for writer and host Keith Chow.
Should have waited for the walk-on music. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for that warm welcome. And more importantly, thank you all for being here with us in person. Give yourselves a round of applause for being in person again after 2 years. Now, I know there are a lot of people who are also watching this online at home. So hello, everybody at home. We appreciate you tuning in on YouTube and live streaming on the internet. But for those of us here sitting at these tables, it kind of feels like the before times, doesn't it? But right now, we're here to celebrate not only this year's incredible cohort of Scholarship America Dream Award scholars, but all of the amazing programs and means of support that Scholarship America makes available to students across the country who are working tirelessly to fulfill their college dreams, despite seemingly insurmountable obstacles in their paths. But thanks to your generosity, Scholarship America helps make those obstacles just a little more surmountable. By the way, if you feel moved to employ that generosity any time over the course of the evening, you can do so very easily. Just take out your phone and scan the QR code in your programs. Click a couple buttons and you can give that way. Or you can visit dreamstosuccess.swell.gives and click Give Now. And if you're watching this at home, you can always go to scholarshipamerica.org/give. So, if you're new to the Scholarship America family, whether online or here in this room, welcome. Give yourselves a round of applause. We are going to be sharing a lot of information and some memorable stories. These stories will help you learn more about what this wonderful organization does. And if you've been part of Scholarship America for years, chances are you're still going to learn something new and be touched by these stories. Tonight, you'll hear from former scholarship recipients who continue to achieve at the highest levels, as well as our prestigious keynote speaker, who lives on the front lines in the battle for equal access to quality education for all. We also have a musical performance coming your way from a woman who has her own scholarship story to share, and a lot more. So sit tight, enjoy your salads, and get ready for a wonderful evening as we begin to offer some advice for this year's Dream Award scholars. And there is no one better to offer that advice than last year's Lifetime Achievement honoree, Dr. Janetta Cole. Please enjoy this video and your meal, and I'll be back in a little bit.
Dear young students, I'm writing to you because I care about you. I've not met you, but we're connected in the sense that you and your generation are the future of my community, my country, and my world. I believe that young people like you and elders like me must learn from each other. There's an African proverb that says, "The young can go fast, the elders know the way." Over the course of my life, I've learned many lessons. I want to share 3 of them with you as you continue on your life's journey. A good education is not only important if you want to make a good living, it's also a key to living a good life. A quality education will prepare you for whatever profession you wish to follow. And because your generation will change jobs and professions several times in the course of your life, a good education will prepare you to make those changes. A quality education is also important if you want to live a good life. That is how you will not only learn about your own history and culture, you will learn about the history and culture of people who are different from you. Early in my life, I also learned the importance of being of service to others. I was taught that doing for others is just the rent you've got to pay for your room on earth. That lesson was reinforced as I watched how my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, the members of my church, individuals in my community looked after each other. Whether I'm engaging in a simple act of kindness or an ongoing service activity, what I am doing for others, it comes back to me tenfold in the form of a mighty good feeling. The third lesson I have learned is the importance of courage. Dr. Maya Angelou, one of the great writers of our time and a civil rights leader, once said this: "Courage is the most important of all of the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently." It takes courage to speak up when you witness someone being attacked because of their race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, disability, or any other identity. It takes courage to do what you know is the right thing to do when others are urging you to follow them in doing what is clearly not the right thing to do. It takes courage to do everyday acts, like saying, "I'm sorry" when you've offended someone, or to forgive when someone has offended you and ask for forgiveness. It takes courage to be your authentic self, rather than doing what others are doing, when if you do, it is a violation of who you are. It can take courage to refuse to give up after you have repeatedly failed at doing something that's important. There's a Japanese saying that reminds me of this. It says, "Down 6, up 7." If you have not done so already, I hope each of you will fall madly in love with learning. May you always be of service to others, and may you always have the courage to do what you know is the right thing to do. Onward, Johnetta Betch Cole.
The cost of a college education has risen 60% over the last 10 years. Every year, student loan debt rises by $10.3 million. That's no joke. College tuition is increasingly out of reach. Rising costs make too many feel they simply can't go. But what if we look at this through a different lens and focus on what can be done instead of what can't? This here is an optimist machine. Kidding, it's an optometrist machine, but more importantly, it's an optimist machine. You see, in 1958, eye doctor Irving Fradkin had a simple but ambitious idea. If everyone contributed $1, they could give every student in their community a scholarship and a chance to attend college. This concept became Dollars for Scholars. From that foundation, Scholarship America was born. Our mission is straightforward: make college possible for all students. Do you have any butter? Over 60 years later, Scholarship America has distributed $4.2 billion to help 2.5 million students achieve their college dreams. Hey, Dad, look alive. Whoop. And because we led the way with our own scholarship programs, we're proud to say that we've been entrusted to manage scholarships for over 1,400 companies nationwide. We got this. Whether you're the first in your family to attend college, to those who never thought they could afford the path needed to create a better future for themselves.
This is a huge help. Thank you.
Live the dream. Or a student who's had to work extra hard, hoping to create the opportunity to even go to college. Sweet. Yeah, it is. Being a student can be hard, really hard. We understand the different challenges students face, which is why we're about more than just giving students money. We're about giving them support. We're here to make it easier. We advocate, we partner, we innovate, we provide resources, all for the sake of student success. We believe every student deserves a fair chance, no matter the cards they've been dealt. Watch out. That person you help send to college could be your doctor, lawyer, accountant, mechanic, senator, or president someday. She could cure cancer, go to Mars, invent a time machine, or figure out how to get clean water to places that need it. We believe in the power of the scholarship and keeping the American dream alive for everyone. We have one passion: every student. Are you with us?
To get from a dream to success requires support. As a kid, I loved tinkering with things. If something broke, whether it was a toy or telephone or TV, radio, you name it, I would let me take it apart, see what's going on. I'm Luis Loza, and 5 years ago, I received the Scholarship America Dream Award. I was born in Mexico. It was me and my brother and my mom. Conditions weren't all that great. My dad was an alcoholic, and we were kind of stuck. And my mom was searching for opportunities. So she had a friend here in the U.S. that helped her get employment. Came to the U.S. when I was 7, and my mom did a good job of making sure we had opportunities that she didn't. One of those things was getting an education in the U.S. My mom pushed how important education was, and I knew I wanted something better. I could probably help others as well along the way. I love being outdoors, being active. As a kid, I was given a mountain bike, and that was the first time I seen all the different gears in the back. I was like, that's interesting. The engineering side of me took over. I was like tinkering with that, see how that worked. Going into college, I knew engineering was the road for me, but it turned out the road to actually getting to a university is a lot different for me than my peers. During senior years, I was applying to universities. I heard back from Northern Kentucky University, and it really caught my eye. They reached out about a full tuition scholarship. We visited financial advisors, and turned out that I wasn't qualified based on my status here in the U.S. Eventually, we found a way through DACA, which is Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and that was enough for me to actually attend the school, but not to receive the scholarship. They had to inform me that they were not able to give me that scholarship. I knew based on our financial situation, loans would take a lot of burden on us. I started getting all these no's and rejections, and their wall just keeps getting taller, and there's no way that you think you can get through it or over it. And I didn't know what I could do to actually go to college and this university. I wanted this, and I was never one to give up. I came across some awesome resources, and lo and behold, Scholarship America came into my life, and I read on it and like, hey, this is me. I have a story, I have a goal. 12 of us got the scholarship, including me, so that really tore that wall down. I was able to graduate college with a double engineering degree, and I used that to secure a position here at Honeywell, and I've been here for the past 2 years now. Because of that, I was able to give back not only to the community and this great scholarship, but to family. I was able to help my brother pay for some tuition for his college career, and I also helped with my mom's financial needs. Doing stuff like that actually feels like I made it. I'm giving back. I'm able to do everything that I wanted to do.
The American dream begins with believing it's for everyone.
This scholarship has meant family, success, respect, everything that everybody wishes for. It's incredible. There's definitely more students out there with the same story, and they have a mentality, they have the respect, the drive. All they need is some financial stability to help them actually reach their goals.
Drive and potential need opportunity to grow.
Knowing that my donation has gone towards other students, it's just very rewarding to me to give back, and knowing that I can have some kind of impact.
Help build a path for the next generation of makers and doers.
If you feel like you have an ability to do something greater than what you know, go for it. From an early age, I've always wanted to be a doctor. The place that I grew up in St. Louis is not really the best. There's a lot of drugs, gang violence, but I didn't want to be a product of my environment. I wanted to break the cycle. Ever since I can remember, my entire family has been poor. There was a time where my immediate family went without electricity for over a year, and we were using the neighbor's generator. I didn't let that stop me from doing schoolwork. I found like a desk lamp or like a candle, and I would do any type of homework. And not having much, we always found a way to make the best of it. Looking back, I realized those situations have really made me a stronger person. Paying for college, initially, I knew that my parents would not be able to contribute. I applied for a lot of scholarships my senior year of high school. After my freshman year of college, I was faced with a harsh reality when my scholarship money ran out. I was either going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, or I was praying on a miracle that some type of money will help me not be in debt. I first heard about the Dream Award from a friend of mine, so I applied. A couple months later, I was sitting in a professor's office. I get an email notification. The first words I see are, "Dear Crystal Minor, congratulations. You are a Scholarship America Dream Award recipient." I was so happy. I called my mom, I was crying. I felt very relieved, like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And I think I went out that night. I'm really grateful and appreciative of an organization like Scholarship America for taking a chance on me and other students like myself who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. It's making my dreams become a reality. I feel like that's where the Dream Award came in and completely switched everything around. I'm going from being a very impoverished young lady into somebody who can potentially be a very affluent young woman. This award has really helped change my life for the better. There's power in believing in yourself. I can and I will become a doctor.
Talk to her.
He's gonna be crying.
I don't have any choice.
I drew this for you before we leave for college.
You made this for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your gift helps to create real change for students. Possible starts now.
We hope you are enjoying your evening. Now please welcome back your host, Keith Chow.
Hi again. I know you're still eating your salads, and far from it for me for distracting you from your meal, but I know you can feel free to have a cup of coffee or hit some more of that sauce. But while you enjoy that glass of wine, I'm excited to introduce a very special guest. Please welcome an exceptionally talented singer, songwriter, cellist, cultural conduit. Formerly with Cirque du Soleil, she is teaching artists who has a meaningful story of her own to share later. Please offer a very warm welcome, Shauna Tucker.
ones. We don't, we should, we must cherish the precious ones. Stay. Good evening, everyone. This is the most silent dinner I have been to in a long time. I start out with The Precious Ones, which is a song that I wrote because I wanted to give you all a gentle reminder to be ever observant of the big rocks that may stumble onto and into your life's path, but also the pretty little pebbles that crunch beneath and comprise the actual path that we traverse on as we go from one milestone to the next. Often, and it certainly has been the case in my life, it's the quiet and the small and the off-the-radar happenings that turn out to be the most pivotal, the most precious ones. So I show up in many different ways in my life, most often lately splitting time between the stage as a performing artist and as an artist administrator, running a nonprofit music for social change organization in Durham, North Carolina called Keynote. The reason why I chose to split my time like this between the stage and Keynote is because the program offers free music instruction and free instrument provision with the intention of creating community through orchestra, and with the goal of helping students access their joy through music to develop a practice of practice and a confidence that transfers across many stages that our students will find themselves on in this life. We tell our students that they don't have to be a musician for a living to be a musician for life. But the most important reason why I said yes to becoming the executive director of Keynote is because these kids truly are precious ones, and they deserve equitable access to creativity and artistic expression without concern for how much it costs. Our students thankfully don't know what it feels like to hear we can't afford it when it comes to learning to play an instrument or to take lessons. And I actually do know what that feels like and what that sounds like in that reality. And that's the main reason why I want to do all I can to ensure access to musical and social change opportunities that the Keynote scholarships provide. I began my public school music career as a reluctant violinist. Are there any violinists in the house? Woo woo, I'm so excited for you because I couldn't make it do anything good. No? Same? Reluctant violinist, right? I decided to transfer over to the cello section when I was 11 years old. My junior high school orchestra teacher asked if any violinists wanted to switch over to cello, and before he could finish the sentence, I was like, me, and just ran over and picked up the cello. I just instantly fell in love with the way that the instrument just resonates in your rib cage and just like, it's just so meaty and just so good. Plus, you can also play like the theme song to Jaws, really easy. So cello was to me what track and field, soccer, volleyball, cheerleading were to my friends. While they were all competing in sports, I too competed in all county and all state and all Eastern. Woo woo. But orchestra, yes. Come on. All Eastern orchestra. I repped my high school so hard. It was my joy. And when I got to when I became a junior, I'll never forget the moment that my mother sat me and my brother down one evening in the fall, and she said, "Hey, y'all gonna have to figure it out because we can't send you both to college at the same time. We can't afford it. Maybe somebody goes to the military, maybe somebody gets a scholarship, I don't know, but you're gonna have to figure that out." The long and the short of things for my family, for me specifically, was simply this. If getting a college degree was something that I wanted to do, I would have to actively participate in the acquisition of this endeavor, period. Howard University here in Washington, D.C. HU, you know, was starting a new strings program, and they were recruiting to complete their chamber ensemble. I wanted to go in HBCU, and I wanted to play cello, and this gave me the opportunity to do both. But I soon realized after a few semesters that I wanted to dive a lot deeper into learning the cello, and at Howard, that wasn't actually available at the time. So I decided to move to New York to find my Yoda, my cello Yoda. And I found her. Her name was Marion Feldman. She was teaching at NYU, at Manhattan School of Music, and Brooklyn College. I did not know that there was a Brooklyn College, but I was able to get a full scholarship there as a music librarian, and I figured out how to be a music librarian. I got a full ride to finish my degree, to learn cello, to be here on the stage today, to journey through all of these many different places and spaces, because the goal for me was to get a college degree. I didn't know if I wanted to be a musician, but I knew that this music would enable me to get a scholarship to finish, to reach that goal. I have so much more that I want to say, but I only have 2 more minutes. So I want to tell you this. Scholars, yellow sashed scholars, I am in awe of you. I am. I am humbled by you. Yes. Yes. Yep. And I hope that you'll continue your journey actively seeking out all the precious moments that you have the headspace and the heart space to experience as scholarship recipients. I hope that you will continue to shine brightly in this world as light bearers. The world needs your light. Keep shining. And as I began with the song, I leave you with this song. It's called Shine. It is an anthem that I offer to you today for the job that you will be doing, shining bright in this world as light bearers to this world. Congratulations. Keep on keeping on. Keep shining.
For you and for me.
continues to glow for you and for me. It's so beautiful to behold, and it continues to glow for you and for me, for you and for me. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real you'll be able to feel. It's a warmth and glow wherever our souls may go. It serves as a reminder that you can always find a love so real you'll be able to feel. It's a warmth and glow wherever our souls may go. Wherever you go, wherever I go. So look past the mountain and past the sea, see the forest for the trees, and the light will guide us home. Home, so far away, shines a light for you and for me. Yeah. Shine, shine, shine. Keep shining, scholars. Thank you. Federico Gonzalez Peña on piano. Thank you, everyone.
I think a lot of people of color resonate with this message of when you're earning your degree for your community. And in some ways, I feel a pressure, but I also feel that much more supported knowing that there's so many people that are cheering me on. I'm originally from San Antonio, Texas, which is a predominantly Latinx demographic. My parents have always instilled a cultural pride in our upbringing. Both of my parents are originally from Mexico. My dad, whenever he would was very captivating. He was the youngest of 6. I think for that reason, he was a little bit attention-seeking, but in the right ways. And everybody just genuinely loved to be around him. I was 13 years old. We noticed that he wasn't able to go up the stairs, and then that kind of gradually turned into him having trouble walking. Eventually, he wasn't able to drive, he wasn't able to work. My dad was diagnosed with an illness known as ALS. For me, though, it was very hard because eventually he wasn't able to speak. And so, in a lot of ways, it felt as if I lost him before he actually passed. We had a lot of financial burden after his passing, and even when he was alive, it was paycheck to paycheck sort of lifestyle. If I wanted to pursue higher education and go to college, that was gonna fall on me, and that meant applying for scholarships. I actually didn't find out about Scholarship America until I was a first year at UT Austin. Although I knew that I was able to apply for scholarships, it was really hard for me to find things that I was eligible for as an undergraduate. And so when I came across this, of course, it provided me this financial support that I was really needing. But what I was really looking for was a network of people and a community to lean on. Receiving the Dream Award from Scholarship America has allowed me to further my education, and it's also given me the confidence that I've needed. I think a lot of people with impoverished backgrounds tend to think that they're not able to attend school or earn a degree, but it's programs like this that make that possible. I hope to become a speech pathologist. My goal is to work with individuals with varying neurodegenerative diseases. As a daughter to somebody that had that condition, I know exactly how it feels to be in those shoes. Maybe they'll never be able to walk again or ever be able to speak the way they used to speak. But if I can provide any sort of help in their journey, that's the goal. Whenever things get tough, I definitely think, what would my dad think? What would he say? How would he feel? I know that he's very proud of me, and so that definitely is a gigantic motivator in me wanting to do well and me striving to work my hardest. So I definitely carry him with me.
That was an amazing story. I hate to interrupt your meal again, but we have so many more stories just like Kimberly's beautiful one that we're waiting for you to hear. And in fact, coming up right now is our keynote speaker. So if you don't mind, like putting down the fork and knife, because she's got some amazing stories to tell. Even those stories that we're witnessing so far tonight are a drop in the bucket when seen against the expansive work done by Scholarship America. Thanks to you and your generosity. To give you even more insight into that expansive work, as well as share her own hard-earned expertise and insight into the world of education, I'm proud to begin our official program, it's only starting just now, by introducing tonight's keynote speaker. She's a nationally recognized leader in public education, known for efficiently and effectively managing billion-dollar public organizations. Her roles have included teacher, administrator, superintendent of multiple major metropolitan school districts like St. Paul, Minnesota, St. Paul in the house, Austin, Texas, the ATL. She currently serves as senior scientist, the first ever in education at Gallup, as well as CEO for a consulting group dedicated to achieving transformational outcomes in education. Please put your hands together for Dr. Maria Karstarfin.
Good evening. How are you feeling? I am so honored to be here with all of you tonight. And let me begin by saying to the scholars in the audience, I want to be among the first to congratulate you on all of your achievements. And I know I won't be the last, but tonight is all about you. So it's appropriate that we celebrate you first. Come on, give it up. I also want to thank all of the supporters in the room and online. We have parents, caregivers, friends, donors, teachers, sponsors, relatives, coaches, and mentors. Anyone who has been there for students, believe in them, they lift them up when they need it, and they let them know that they have the power to fulfill their potential. These scholars, as you've already started to learn, have taken a lot on their shoulders to reach this level of success, overcoming countless barriers. You being there for them means the world, and we thank you. And I can relate, as you heard, I've spent my career doing my best to be there for students, all students. I attended public school in Selma, Alabama. Yes, I grew up in the troubled yet inspiring history of that city, infamous for its role in Bloody Sunday, where civil rights marchers were beaten as they attempted to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge. Thankfully, with the leadership of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that tragedy led to the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So I was raised to be a passionate advocate for social justice, young people, and I have worked to actually champion Dr. King's words. Make a career of humanity. Commit yourself to the noble structure struggle for equal rights. You will make yourself a better person, a greater nation of your country, and a finer world to live in. This is the history and the lesson that I want to share with you tonight, and I've used this lesson throughout my career. Part of the reason the work of Scholarship America is near and dear to my heart is that I'm a scholarship recipient too. I received an engineering scholarship to attend Tulane University in New Orleans, Louisiana, as well as a doctoral scholarship for graduate school at Harvard University. So I know the value of having someone invest in the future. It's simply transformational. As a lifelong educator, I have been in hundreds of schools and met hundreds of thousands of students. And my goal has always been to make communities stronger through the equalizing power of education, equally accessible to all, regardless of race or socioeconomics. I know that's what everyone in this room and online is here for tonight, even in the face of circumstances that, for the past couple of years, have kept us all apart. For 2 years, you've celebrated Dreams to Success virtually from your home. For 2 years, the Dream Award students have been faces on a screen rather than the person sitting at your table tonight. And for 2 years, despite all of the challenges, restrictions, lockdowns, new technology, donors in this room and online broke fundraising records for Dreams to Success, not once, but twice. Tonight, on the first occasion that we get to celebrate in person, I sincerely hope we break fundraising records again, because Scholarship America helps students access, persist, and complete their college education. And it does more. Like Dr. King said, it makes for better people, a greater nation, and a finer world to live in. These are beautiful words to live by, but someone actually has to act. And Scholarship America, with its generous do-it donors, does that heavy lifting to make dreams a reality. Last year, you may have heard, but if you didn't, I'm saying it again, Scholarship America distributed more than $286 million to more than 100,000 students. That puts the total since its founding in 1958 at almost $5 billion, that's with a B, billion dollars, changing nearly 3 million students' lives. Later this evening, you're going to hear more. They have emergency grants, and through these grants, Scholarship America gave $25 million to 33,000 plus students. And when tragedy hit our nation on September 11th, they stepped up with a broad coalition of leaders in response, helped establish Families of Freedom Fund to support the dependents of those who lost their lives in the attack, awarding a whopping $183 million to 3,000 students since its inception. And these ideals are represented nowhere better than this year's class of Dream Award scholars. My heart is filled with love and admiration for this cohort that, as you can see and will see as we go on throughout the night, has overcome seemingly insurmountable barriers. In addition, you're the post-COVID success stories, starting to rebuild our communities, our country, and our world. You're already reshaping and elevating this proud legacy of excellence for Scholarship America that tell of this bolder and braver generation. And that will take continued fortitude. Like many of you, I was, and I think I still am, driven, goal-oriented, and very hardworking. That hasn't stopped, and it won't. I will continue to seek out challenges to be a better version of myself and to be inspired by dreamers and doers. So to this end, a little personal story. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to complete a marathon. Note that I have never been confused with an athlete. Like some of this year's Dream Award scholars, Anijah, where are you? She's a varsity athlete. And Caitlin is an equestrian star. Where are you? Raise your hands. Clap for them. They are amazing. I'd say I was and am what polite Southern people used to call big-boned. And on top of that, I have genetically bad knees, so I'll digress, but it's the bless her heart kind of feeling. But I will say that I was needing more of a mindset shift. I was working as the superintendent in Atlanta, recruited to turn around the school system with the largest cheating scandal in the history of the country, right? So we were working 20-hour days nonstop to move the needle as fast as we could. And I actually started feeling burned out. I love the students, but it was a grind. And I was not at my best. I wasn't feeling like that better person that Dr. King envisioned. And it has been said, life's a marathon, not a sprint. I can tell you with absolute certainty that whoever coined that phrase never actually ran a marathon. Marathons test human endurance to almost a breaking point. It took me more than 2 months to overcome a terrible case of plantar fasciitis. And I'll let you Google it because it's as unpleasant to experience as it is to pronounce. So consider this. The marathon commemorates Phidippides, a Greek soldier who in 490 BC, back in the day, ran approximately 25 miles from Marathon, Greece to Athens to report on a battle. And do you know what happened to Phidippides after he delivered the news? Yeah, he died on the spot. And I did it. I mean, not died, of course, but, I thought I might. It actually took me the entire 6 hours to finish the race. And they were literally, it was just humiliating. They were breaking down the race as I was crossing the finish line. So as you can imagine, psychological and physical recovery for me was really hard. And I never thought I would run one again, especially a mere 6 months later. My reason for running the second marathon so soon after my first was very personal. My father, my best and longest friend and advisor, unexpectedly passed away that March. And I hoped that actually running a marathon would kind of redistribute the pain of that loss, just allowing me for hours to be lost in the loving thoughts and memories of my dad. However, at the 10K mark, on pace to finish, actually much faster than the last time, something really bizarre happened. A total stranger bolted from the sidelines and inexplicably tackled me. He was detained and questioned by the police. But I, too, got pulled off of the race by the officials and the medics. And as expected, I lost a ton of time. But they did ultimately allow me to resume the race. But I was totally off, right? I was literally bloodied, busted knee, elbow, hand, hip. I was in pain. And worse, I faced another 20 miles ahead of me with this question, the why. Why did this happen? It really felt unfair. I had trained really hard for this kind of special reflection time with my dad, as well as just wanting to see the race through. And now, I was I wanted to quit. I was ready to just walk off and have an adult libation. The universe seemed to be saying, preparation and motivation, okay, scholars, listen up, sometimes aren't enough to guarantee your success. I did all the right things for this, and I was grieving, but I didn't let it stop me from finishing the race. And that, to my surprise, after now giving it a lot of reflection, was what I took away from that day. And many of you clearly are better prepared for life ahead of you than I ever was for that race. You've worked so hard, overcome so much already, and you're already headed to some of the top schools in the nation. You have the motivation of all these loving friends and family members and donors to actually achieve. And my lesson that I pass to you today is that even with your accomplishments, life will occasionally tackle you still, as it quite literally tackled me that day. Straight talk. Life will hand you your setbacks, and you'll still wonder why. Because some people have stories that are already very hard to hear who are in this room as scholars. And it messes with your mind, right? your confidence, your spirit, and in worst cases, you're tempted to give up. But injustice is never an excuse for quitting or losing heart. To the contrary, it's precisely when you're tested that you learn the most about yourself. Now, I really appreciate the encouragement because I looked a hot mess when I staggered across the finish line on that race. And it was not a moment to post on Insta, but it has actually made me feel prouder and stronger for having gone through it. And in your races ahead, especially the ones that leave your confidence really shaken, the class you didn't ace, the sorority or fraternity you didn't get into, and the crush who just isn't feeling you, as long as you pick yourself up and whenever you stumble or falter, you still finish the race. And I know all the Dream Award scholars have faced real challenges. And one of the reasons you're here is because you have struggled for change in your own lives and already triumphed. So when you face adversity, and you will, remember the words from MLK. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Now, it's your turn. I just want to hear it from you. Everybody help our scholars, so get loud and proud. If you can't fly, what are you going to do? If you can't run, can't walk, what must you do? What must you do? What must you do? Wow, we have a very happy donor at this table. So crawl if you have to, Elizabeth and Luke, through your biomedical chemistry studies and emergency medical services to develop the innovations needed to end the opioid epidemic in America and help on the front lines to ensure life-saving treatment for all. So crawl if you have to, Sarah, Anijah, and Zarina, through biology and pre-med to rid the world of pandemic diseases like COVID. Crawl if you have to, Tunisia, through obstetrics to help mothers stay healthy so they can raise healthy babies. And Jenna's exercise therapy will help the next generation effectively combat health threats like excessive screen time, juvenile diabetes, and childhood obesity. Walk if you must, Lex, toward your career goals of developing semiconductors to help people from around the globe connect and learn from one another as you promote self-advocacy to fix issues that this generation simply has not. Mara, use your sign language to communicate these solutions and put your advocacy into action to change unequal pay for women and human trafficking of vulnerable populations and anything else you can help teach us all to truly hear each other. Walk if you must, Logan and Caitlin, to care for the mind, body, and soul and heal all creatures big and small, ending the stigma around mental illness and caring for our furry friends who often therapeutically support with their unconditional love. Run environmentalists and engineers, Abigail and Halia, to address global warming and save marine ecosystems. Run, Giovanni, run, to help define how humanity thinks through philosophy and psychology and use it to lead the way forward responsibly into the field of artificial intelligence. Fly, Jameer, toward redesigning the ordinary, reminding us that there is beauty through art and expression. Literally fly, Abby, up to the heavens to reach your goals in aviation. Keep moving forward, V, Devon, and Mitchell, as you use your degrees in nursing, biomedical engineering, and quantum mechanics to serve noble goals like improving the quality of care, disease for people, and enhancing the quality of life for everyone. Keep moving forward, Marciela, as you grow your own career in STEM while supporting scientific research opportunities for students who grew up in the foster care system. Whether you're an engineer, economist, or EMT, producer or philosopher, attorney or artist, boy bander or biologist, fly, run, walk, crawl, and keep moving forward to overcome obstacles and just be that groundbreaker, that leader, that visionary that our world desperately needs now. It has all been made possible with this scholarship to college. When colleges saw enrollment decline during the pandemic, our donors helped these students stay the college course. In fact, Scholarship America surveyed all of the student database just before the fall of 2021. And despite a pandemic, changing world, unknown future, increasing college tuition, student loan pressures, more than 80% of the scholars said they were still planning on re-enrolling the next semester. This Dream Award also achieved something really special. More than half of Dream Award graduates reported no, and I mean 0, student loan debt. Woo. And 3/4 of the Dream Award scholars still in college, anticipating having $10,000 or less when they graduate. And thanks to all of you, these students have the opportunity to continue their education. Half of all Dream Award recipients have said they were able to pursue a graduate or an advanced degree thanks to the Dream Award. Everyone who can hear my voice right now clearly believes that education can change a person's life. Whether you're in college, like these scholars, a supporter or an advocate, or a donor, or all three, you're helping turn dreams into success. In our collective marathon of crawling, walking, running, flying, with and for these scholars, we're all moving forward, creating a greater nation and a finer world. Thank you.
Keep it going for Dr. Karstarfin. Let's keep it going. I want you to keep clapping. Put those forks down, keep clapping. Really, we truly appreciate you recognizing this year's Dream Award scholars. And by the way, we'll get to know them a little bit better later in the program, so don't worry. Dr. Karstarfin's message echoes so many of the maxims that Scholarship America has. The importance of access to education, eliminating barriers to entry, the conviction that all students should be given every opportunity to complete their education, the belief that a college degree should never, ever lead to overwhelming debt. Those are just a few of the tenets at the core of Scholarship America. These are held passionately by every single person in this room. And speaking of the people in this room, where's Matt? I'm gonna call an audible. We're gonna put a pause on the programming because do we need to check with the guy in charge? Oh wait, he's not in charge anymore. Oh, okay. Well, how about this? Here now to help pay tribute to Scholarship America's recently retired president and CEO, Bob Ballard, please welcome board chair, Tina Lee.
Thank you, Keith. Good evening, everyone. It is my distinct pleasure to recognize Bob Ballard. Now, if Bob were still president and CEO, he would have definitely overruled this part of the program. He would say, focus on the students. Make sure that we keep them at the center of everything that Scholarship America does. That's who Bob is, and that's how he led this organization. From the moment he took on the role in 2016, Bob's leadership put students first, and the impact was undeniable. Under his leadership, Scholarship America distributed $1.25 billion, supporting nearly 440,000 students. Bob also recognized that scholarships weren't the only solution, and his tenure oversaw the expansion of emergency aid to help students with unexpected expenses. In 2021, the final year that Bob was president and CEO, Scholarship America distributed $5.3 million in emergency grants to help over 4,300 students stay in school. Bob led Scholarship America through unprecedented growth, through technological and organizational transformation, and through a pandemic. Not only did Bob not abandon ship, he continued to lead with grace and good humor. When you spoke to Bob Ballard, above all else, you knew he truly cared. And the board and I are truly grateful to Bob for his contributions to Scholarship America. Now that Bob has successfully handed over the helm to Mike Nyland and is enjoying his retirement, but not before he has made a lasting impression and unforgettable impression on everyone he touched. His kindness, patience, and constant dedication to students has been an inspiration to all those that worked with him and worked for him. So rather than me speaking more about Bob, let's hear more from those who know him best. This is for you, Bob.
Bob, congratulations. The longest impending retirement in Scholarship America history has finally occurred, and I'm so happy to be a part of this honor that we are bestowing upon you. It is well deserved. Your leadership in our organization at the time you agreed to take on the role is invaluable and will pay dividends for all of us and students for years to come.
I want to wish you the best in your retirement and look forward to your leadership on our board. Thank you.
The mark of a great leader is that they leave their organization better than they found it. Bob Ballard did just that for Scholarship America.
So thank you so much, Bob, for all you've done for us and for scholars. Congratulations on your retirement. We'll miss you so much. Thank you.
When I think about what I'll miss most, it's his compassion. It showed up in every conversation, genuinely seeking to understand, and always doing so with just an open mind and an open heart. And so my prayer is that Bob will be on the receiving end of all of that in this next chapter of his life, and for him to know what a wonderful legacy he's left with us.
Good evening. I'm Bob's older but better looking brother, Jim. Bob, congratulations on a long and distinguished career, providing thousands and thousands of students, young and old, the opportunity to grow, to become more educated, and to ultimately become even more productive members of our society. I know our youngest brother, Rich, and I are very proud of all your accomplishments. I hope you enjoy your well-deserved summer retirement. And again, congratulations on an exceptional career.
Bob has made a big impact on students. His dedication to helping students is genuine and reflected in the work he has done not only at Scholarship America, but with other organizations. His dedication is apparent in the years he has worked to help students and bring together people to advocate to make progress for students. Thank you, Bob.
Bob has been a leader of Scholarship America and a leader of the partners, like Voya. And he's taken us both by the hand and contributed significantly over his career. So Bob, thank you on behalf of a partner, on behalf of all the students, and I wish you and your family all the success and happiness as you move to your next chapter. Best wishes, my friend.
Congratulations, Bob. As you head off to your new adventure, please remember that there are so many people whose lives you've enriched along the way. I so appreciate the time spent with you, getting to know you, and learning from you. The special relationship that Voya shares with Scholarship America is due in large part to your leadership. Please enjoy the next chapter. Congratulations on your retirement.
Bob, wishing you a happy and long retirement and good golf and card playing.
Best wishes and blessings to a gentleman and a scholar.
Hope you make a hole in one.
Happy retirement, Bob. Looking forward to spending more time with you.
Happy retirement, Bob. We love you. And so does Winnie.
Bob, it's your Lake Village neighbors wishing you a happy retirement. Okay, guys, what's your one word to best describe Bob?
Laconic. Amy.
Friendly.
Meticulous. Considerate.
Thoughtful.
Cheers,
Bob.
Cheers.
Well, I think I have a pretty unique perspective to share when it comes to Bob's impact on Scholarship America. And it comes from two sets of experiences. And the first one was working for him. I was here the day he started, and I was here the day he retired. And had a whole set of experiences of working with Bob during that period of time. And then the second one is taking over the reins and now having the honor and privilege of serving as president and CEO of Scholarship America and taking the reins from Bob and serving in that role. I think what those two experiences combined have crystallized for me, have been so clear, is that in my entire career, I have never worked with somebody that embodies and believes in the servant leadership approach. There was not a day that went by in that first experience that I talked about, working for him, not a meeting, not an email, not an event, where I didn't feel that Bob was doing everything he could to make sure I was successful in my role. So that's how I felt working for him. And what a gift that was. What's interesting is I feel the exact same way now. So even though Bob is not on the payroll, he's not an employee of Scholarship America, I feel the exact same way as president and CEO of this organization now, that there is not a bigger cheerleader I have. I can pick up the phone, text him any moment, and he would continue to do whatever he could to ensure I would be successful in this role. And, I used the word gift earlier. What a gift, right? What a gift to be able to work with somebody for that period of time. And what a tremendous gift I have as president and CEO to have somebody like Bob that I know I can pick up the phone, text, call, meet, and he would do anything he could to help me be successful in this role. And I am so grateful for that. And even more grateful that I had the chance to work for him as one of his employees, and now am so grateful to be able to call him a friend. Bob, thank you for everything, and I wish you and Amy nothing but happiness and a well-deserved retirement.
Bob to ride, and let's hear it for him one more time. Bob. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff Silverman, and I'm one of the co-chairs of the Dreams of Success Committee. I'm also fortunate enough to be the grandson of Dr. Irving Fradkin, who is the founder of Scholarship America. And let me tell you, he and my grandmother, Charlotte, they loved Bob Ballard. There's even a rumor going around that Bob was his favorite CEO, so hey, no pressure, Mike. Like everyone, we just heard from my grandfather, could see that Bob shared his passion to remove barriers that stood between students and a college education. My grandfather started this organization with a simple idea. If everyone in his community gave just $1 to a scholarship fund, it would be enough to help every student in town attend that college. The first year he collected those dollars door to door, and since then this organization has grown to be the largest provider of private scholarships in the nation. In fact, since 1958, Scholarship America has distributed $4.9 billion to 3 million students. Not bad for a guy that was an optometrist by day. True to the vision, Bob worked to focus the organization on not just serving students, but serving students equitably, to give support to those who have been marginalized, historically disadvantaged, or have had societal barriers placed directly in their path to accessing, persisting, and completing college. That has meant expanding our vision beyond the old definition of traditional students. Last year, half of our scholarship recipients were in their sophomore year of college and beyond, and among our Dream Award scholars, more than 20 are DACA students who are unable to access federal aid. Across the board, Bob grew my grandfather's vision by encouraging our partners to consider financial need and provide renewable scholarships. The mission Bob led, and now Mike continues, focuses on helping students get not just to college, but through college. That mission relies on your support, and you all have stepped up. Even as we've had to go screen to screen instead of door to door the last 2 years, you all knew that while the pandemic kept us home, students needed us more than ever. When Dreams of Success was held virtually in 2020, we broke fundraising records. And then we broke that record in 2021. I know my grandfather would be so proud, and I'm so happy we can be together face to face once again to celebrate the achievements of the Dream Award scholars and the impactful work we do every day for our students. The vision lives in these students, and I'm proud to introduce one right now. Victoria T. Doan is a 2021 Dream Award Scholar awarded during the pandemic. You probably all knew Victoria as a picture on the screen, and I'm so pleased she was able to join us tonight in person to tell her story. Now I'll turn it over to one of the real stars of the show, Victoria.
Hello, my name is Victoria T. Duan, and I am a 2021 Dream Award Scholar. I am from Orange, Texas, and I have just graduated from the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas, with a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Thank you. I am a daughter of Vietnam War refugees, and I have spent a lot of my childhood giving back by volunteering at my church, leading university organizations, and helping out at my family's plant business when I was home from school. My sister Elizabeth, who is a 2022 Dream Award Scholar as well, but could not attend tonight, and I are very resilient. We have endured cancer in our mother, 6 hurricanes, and the Texas winter storm. And it is this drive to persevere which has led me to apply to the Dream Award. Without the Dream Award, I wouldn't have been able to relieve the financial strain on my family and graduate college debt-free. Thank you. I hope to pay the mission forward by being an advocate for health equity and in medicine as a physician. In this July, I will be starting medical school at the Texas College of Osteopathic Medicine in Fort Worth, Texas. And one piece of advice for this year's Dream Award scholars is to always ask. Ask everything, from which scholarship programs are out there to help people get into the career field. You never know what opportunities are out there unless you ask. Thank you, and congrats again on your accomplishments.
Every time you see for persevering over each and every hurdle you faced. I can't wait to interview you on my podcast, Southern Fried Asian, available wherever you get podcasts. With Victoria's story fresh on our minds, let's meet some of those people now who are also Dream Award scholars. It is my honor to present to you the year's first 10 Dream Award scholars. And we'll begin with 3 students who unfortunately could not be here tonight, probably because they're studying. You know, that's what these recipients do. Moments ago, you met Victoria Duan. Now you get to meet her sister. She keeps it in the family. Like her sibling, this young woman overcame countless hurdles like Texas's 2020 freeze that killed almost every plant in their parents' nursery, her mother's cancer diagnosis, which inspired her to go to medical school, who's now studying biochemistry at the University of the Incarnate Word. Please show your support for Elizabeth To Duan. Our second recipient, a tragic 2019 car accident took the life of our next recipient's brother, left another brother in a coma, and threw his life on a very unexpected trajectory. Despite these devastating circumstances, the scholar applied to the University of Chicago, where only 6% of applicants are admitted. He's now thriving, studying philosophy and psychology. Let him hear you all the way in the shy, Giovanni Ali. A homeschooled native of Iron, Minnesota is our next Dream Award scholar. They knew early on that she wanted to be a scientist. Despite the chronic illnesses endured by both parents, as well as financial challenges, she persevered at Ithaca Community College, cementing her passion for chemistry and biology, leading her to continue her studies at Minnesota State University. Share the love for Abigail Lauer. Now let's recognize some of the Dream Scholars in attendance. When I call your name, if you can, please stand. I'm not exactly sure where everybody is, so I want everyone else to be able to see you as well. Let's start with Halia. Where's Halia? There you are. Our first recipient's life was upended at the age of 14 when she was diagnosed with lymphoma, but the 4-hour drive for treatment and missing a quarter of the school year only served to make her more resilient and more determined. Despite these challenges, she maintained an A average and now studies marine and environmental science at Hampton University. Give it up, 757. With the dream to create more sustainable marine ecosystems, let her feel your support, Halia Morris. I'm from Virginia, so I'm a little biased, sorry. Oh, where's Sarah? Please stand. There you are. All right, give it up. Born in Syria, this young woman emigrated to the United States with her family when she was just 6 years old. Despite a language barrier, she was signing up for 9 AP courses by the time she made it to high school. Jeez, come on, slow down, slow your roll. She's currently a molecular biology major at Boise State with the goal of pursuing a career in medicine. Let's hear it for Sarah Asaifi. Where's Anijah? There you are. Give it up. Let her hear you. Raised primarily in a single-parent household, she always heeded her father's advice. Work hard in everything and let go of the things you can't control. That work ethic led her to graduate high school with a GPA of 4.52. How do you even do that? After which she headed to Mercer University to study pre-med, with her sights set firmly on becoming an anesthesiologist. Why'd you have to pick that? The people make you go to sleep during surgery. Please welcome Anijah Boozer. Anesthesiologist. Jameer. Where's Jameer? There you are. This young Michigan artist faced unforeseen challenges when his mother was diagnosed with an illness that left her unable to work. Yet he remained undaunted, even finding time to volunteer throughout high school, Now a student at our new CEO's alma mater, Michigan State University, Spartan in the house. He's majoring in digital storytelling, and he's determined to use the visual arts to inspire others. I got a website you need to check out. Jameer Bowers. Where's Logan? Logan. Shout out. Despite an autism diagnosis at the age of 3, missing a year of middle school due to anxiety issues, and starting high school with home instruction, this young man made it back to the classroom using that momentum to earn a psychology transfer pathway degree at Inver Hills Community College, and again to study psychology at Augsburg University, where he is president of his chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. Let him know what you think of his story. Logan Bradley. Lex, please rise. Where's Lex? There you are. Let's hear it for Lex. This next young man arrived in Arizona from the Philippines along with his mother in 2013. A few months later, they found themselves abandoned and alone in a strange country. Those challenges only served as fuel for this young man, who became the first in his family to attend college here in the USA. And he was only 16. Yes. He's now pursuing a degree in electrical engineering at Arizona State University with the goal of designing in the semiconductor industry. Join me in recognizing Angel Alessandro Lex Kawili. Luke, where's Luke? There he is. This next scholar's health and that of his family helped spark his passion for medicine. See, he was born with a birth defect that made it painful to walk prior to receiving reconstructive foot surgery. Then it was the cancer diagnosis for his grandmother and father that motivated him to end suffering for others by studying cutting-edge medicine and nanotechnology at Penn State University. Put your hands together, Luke Howard. In a few brief moments, we can barely scratch the surface of the challenges faced by these students. Their incredible stories go much deeper, and I encourage you to get to know them a little bit better before this evening is through. In a little bit, I'll introduce you to this year's remaining Dream Award scholars, whose stories you'll find equally inspiring. And speaking of inspiring, I want to introduce to you an amazing young man who utilized one of Scholarship America's emergency grants. If you're not familiar with this program, emergency grants can cover a wide variety of needs: unexpected medical bills, housing, more. These grants often mean the difference between staying in or dropping out. And here's the truly amazing part. The average emergency grant, $741. That's it, $741. Your shoes in this room are more expensive than that. The dinner you're eating is more expensive than that. In any case, stop eating that dinner and put down those shoes. I'm honored to introduce to you a video greeting from Andrew Rocha. Unfortunately, Andy can't be here tonight, but he has a very good reason for that, but I'll let him tell it.
Everyone, my name is Andrew Daniel Rocha. I'm a Hispanic first-generation community college graduate and now PhD student. I wish I could be there with you in person this year, but I'm currently in Europe for an international graduate program, a program I'm able to attend in part because of a partnership between Pasadena City College and Scholarship America. As a former community college student, I know firsthand the struggle of living in a car due to the high cost of attending school. My dream was to earn a graduate degree in the field of optical engineering so that I could learn how to design lasers and then become an astronaut. Being in LA, the cost of living is high, and I had to make a choice whether I should study more or work more. And so I made a hard choice to live in my car to save money. I ran out of financial aid and my car was on the verge of catastrophic failure, which would have put me in a dire situation of living on the streets and possibly being forced to quit school. The emergency grant from Pasadena State College and Scholarship America not only helped me fix my car, it completely changed the perspective on life and the people in it. If it wasn't for that emergency grant, I would not have finished the last semester at PCC. I would not have transferred into the best undergraduate program for optical engineering at the University of Arizona. I could not have completed internships at NASA Glenn Research Center for the following 2 summers to help develop a prototype for future deep space laser communication systems. I would have missed the opportunity to be the team leader in my undergraduate senior design project to build, design and test the unbreakable fiber optic for NASA's Orion spacecraft, which is NASA's first spacecraft that will carry humankind to Mars. I never would have interned at MIT Lincoln Laboratory to build and test their space laser communication assembly test station, nor graduated cum laude from the College of Optical Sciences. On behalf of all community college students working to realize their dreams, I would like to say that the desire to transform community colleges so that they might produce more graduates is noble. However, there is a disproportionate share of underrepresented minorities and low-income students. They will need help from programs such as emergency aid. Improving the college completion rates for those students will not only be good for students, but also for society. Most administrative staff found it shocking that I was a homeless student, and I was one of the first to speak up about it. Soon after, other homeless students saw that they too could set aside their fears of being judged and ask for help. By the time I left Pasadena City College, 5 more students struggling with homelessness had come forward seeking help. I think these are the kind of students who need the most help and get the most benefit from emergency grants. It may only take one unexpected expense, a loss of housing, unexpected medical bills, a car repair, to force students to step away from their educational goals. These students who could do amazing things if they were able to persist and complete their education. I'm proud to say that I am continuing PhD studies at a top-ranked University of Arizona Optical Science Department. I'm working with a team that is researching and developing a microendoscope that is already patented and will be submitted for FDA approval to be used in early detection of ovarian cancer. I am where I am in part because of the emergency grant that helped fix my car. Again, I would have loved to have been there with all of you this year, but I'm on my way to Sweden to attend the Biophotonics Summer School. I look forward to meeting you someday. I gotta go. Have a great evening.
Isn't that crazy? Andrew almost dropped out of community college because his car that he was living in kept breaking down. And he can't be here because he's studying for a doctorate in Europe. That's just one example of the difference your dollars and donations can make. As if Andrew's tale wasn't impressive enough, I'm gonna make like Paul Harvey and tell you the rest of the story. I should have signed off on that joke, I'm sorry. Scholarship America connected Andrew with the California State Legislature, where Andrew himself testified. This led to the unanimous passage and signing of AB 943, a bill that allows all California community colleges to create emergency grant programs. Prior to this bill, only 2 out of 115 community colleges in California offered emergency aid. Andrew just happened to be at one of those 2, due to a partnership the school has with Scholarship America, I'm sorry. In the 15 years Scholarship America has worked with partners to create emergency financial assistance programs, more than $25 million worth of grants have been awarded to more than 33,000 students. Yes. Hold for applause. And I'm glad you're sitting down for this next part. 95% of those students finished that semester, 88% of them enrolled the next term. I defy anyone on Wall Street to offer return on investment that comes anywhere close to those numbers. Again, the average emergency grant, do you remember? $741, 2 pairs of Jordans. Something to keep in mind is this evening, I don't know what the obsession with shoes is, I'm sorry. Something to keep in mind is this evening continues and you consider how much you want to give to support Scholarship America. That QR code sitting there in your program, it's still there. Get your phone out, scan that code, change the world. Through amazing stories like Andrew's and Victoria's and Kimberly's, you've learned quite a bit about the myriad ways Scholarship America helps students working diligently to fulfill their academic dreams. And there's a pretty good chance you're sitting there thinking, I had no idea Scholarship America ran so many programs. What else can I do to help? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm about to introduce a man with an answer. All the way from Nashville, Tennessee, a familiar face at this event, please welcome Jay Cash.
Oh, thank you there. Hey, friends, we're going to have some fun here tonight. All right, so this is the really fun part of the evening. This is where we have to pay for these darn scholarships, all right? We need everybody to help dig in, scan that QR code. And most importantly, we're going to give everybody tonight an opportunity to donate at some level that's meaningful to you. So we've got a goal of $125,000 tonight. So we're going to have to all pitch in our fair share to meet that goal. But right now, we're going to have some fun, all right? First off, it's not going to cost you anything. I want you to find your program, and on the back side is a number, is a bid card. I want you to raise that up. We're going to take a beautiful picture. Our photographer is going to get a wide shot. It's going to be on the Facebook page, on the website. So hold it up. You're not going to buy anything, all right? But we're going to get used to it. Let him grab those cards up there. All right, looks beautiful. All right, so now that you know what it feels like to raise your bid card, that's going to be the same thing we're going to do the next few minutes here. But we're going to play a fun game, all right? Very, very fun game here. About the most fun you can have on a Thursday evening, all right? It's a game called Heads or Tails, and we've got an awesome prize that the committee's put together for you. We've got the gift bag in the back. You're going to love it. $125,000 our goal, but right now, if you'd like to be a contestant and play our very first game and the only game I'm going to play, it's $25 to play. I need you to raise your bid card, and that's you acknowledging you're going to donate $25 tonight, and you can be a contestant. You don't have to come up on stage or anything. You just stand up. So who would like to play for $25? Just thank you. 81. I'm going to write all these down. So 81, you can stand up once I call your number. 105, 85. We got a lot of, we should have charged more is what we should do. 25 is too cheap. Here we go. 8, 32, and 31. As soon as she keeps up, we're good. 14, 15. Get ready to go. 2, 4, 9. Okay, actually, it's 3 different numbers. 2, 4, and 9. Gotcha. And then we got 45, 42, 53. We got donor number 7. Got all you guys. You're all good. 29, 52, 49, 50, 55. The whole table's playing, guys. It's 100% participation. 19, 22, 24, 23, and 26. 64. Perfect. That's great. I'm going to get everybody over here. 73, 78, 121, 120, 114, 84, 117, 37, 102. The whole table up front. 100%. I love it. I love it. 97, 93, 92, 99, 104, and 33. I feel like that's going to be a winner there. 144. We're good? 143. We should have charged more because everybody's playing at 25. 198, 193 at $25. 135, that's 25 more dollars. 132, 134, 171, 191, 131. We got 127. 188. You guys are all playing back there. It's awesome. 199, 231, 194, 177, 179, and 182. And then we've got 122. Everybody feel good about things. It's $25. We just raised, I don't know, maybe $1,000 or something. Who knows? Maybe that much, maybe not. So here's the next rule. Stand up. If you just got your number called out, stand up. You stay at your table, stand up. So we're going to play the easiest game ever created, all right? This game is called Heads or Tails. And you're going to put fate in your own hands. You're going to declare if you want to be a winner or a loser by putting both hands on your head or both hands on your tail, all right? Now, it's too early in the evening. It's too early in the evening to put your hand on someone else's tail. So your tail or your head, and where's Jacoby at? Is he up here? Where's he at? Is he close by? Come up here. Flip this quarter for me if you don't mind. just come up here on stage. You're going to flip it. Here we go. You get up here, just flip that coin. You guys declare 3, 2, 1, heads or tails. If your hands are on your head, remain standing. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Heads or tails? You guys declare. We're going to go until there's only one. Heads or tails? If your hands are on your head, you win again. Heads wins again. All right. Are you guys crazy enough to go heads 3 times in a row? All right. 3, 2, 1, declare. Heads or tails? Heads. You got. Tails wins that round. Tails wins that round. All right. Hey, everybody's still playing. Come up here. I don't want any cheaters or anything. Come line up here in front. We're going to have some fun here. Looked like we had about 10 people left. Just line up here. I definitely miscounted. There's a lot more than 10. You guys were spread out. They're having fun. Everybody donated $25, and we're having fun. You guys didn't even ask what the prize is, but you're going to love it. It's a great prize. Great prize. And it's worth way more than $25. Wow. Thought we had about 10 people left. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, heads or tails. Both hands on your head, both hands on your tail. You guys declare. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are on your head, it's a good night to be heads. Heads, you win that round. All right. 3, 2, 1, heads or tails? Heads. I don't know if he's even flipping it, but heads, you win again. Heads wins again. All right, we're getting down. We're down about the final 4, final 5 here. All right. 3, 2, 1. Heads or tails? Well, listen, you all, this is not good. You're all tails, and I'm not going to talk you out of it, but you all may possibly lose. This is going to be so awful if you all lose. Here's the deal. At this point, everybody's paid $25, and it's not often in life you get second chances, but tonight I'm going to give everybody in the room a second chance. If you want to get up here and join the final 5, I'm going to let you jump back in for $100. So if you want to play again, $100. I assure you the prize is worth $100. This guy's ready to have fun. $115 at $100. Anybody else want to join at $100? You're getting several nice bottles of bourbon, alcohol, and some of you can't drink that yet, so there's going to be a gift card in there for you as well. Well over $300 value you're going to win here. 46, another $100 donation. 116, $100. 143, $100. I know you like to have fun. Good job there. All right, who else wants to donate $100 to play another round? All you got to do is make it to the end. All right, you 3 or 4 that just raised your card, stand up or join us up here. Come on up here. We're having fun. Trying to keep us on track here. No more buybacks. This is it. This is the only time you can buy back in. Anybody else want to jump back in for $100? Again, it's Thursday night. I don't think you're going to have any more fun than what we're doing right now. Here we go. Up. 144 says she can't stand it. 191, $100. 144 and 191. Anybody else? Christian, I know you guys want to play too, but you don't have big cards. Here we go. Anyone else? All through? 3, 2, 1. Heads or tails? Both hands on your heads, both hands on your tail. If your hands are on your tail, sit down. 3, 2, 1. Heads or tails? Ladies and gentlemen, it is a good night to be heads. Heads, you win that round. All right. 3, 2, 1. Heads or tails? We're going to have a winner, possibly. Possibly. If your hands are on your head, you just won. Congratulations. There we go. What a wonderful thing. Thank you so very much. Let's bring, right back there, bring it up to if you want to. This is yours. You've had a great, great time. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And hey, guys, that is just one way we're going to have fun here tonight. We've got a story that I want to share with you, all right? And I want to bring him to the stage. He's actually already up here. An awesome young man. He's actually the 2018 Dream Award, won the scholarship in 2018. Jacoby Berry, come on up here.
Hi, my name is Jacoby Berry, and I'm a 2018 Dream Award Scholar. I am from New Orleans. Thank you. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I graduated from Mercer University in Macon, Georgia, a degree in computer science and a minor in math. All through school, I was a great student. I excelled at math and science, completed AP and honor classes, but also had a passion for playing basketball and was a team captain. When I was 14 years old, I woke up to find my beloved 46-year-old father lying deceased on the sofa. Finding my father like that was traumatizing for me, and it sent me and my mother into a depression. To make matters even more difficult, my mother discovered that my father had dropped his life insurance policy after not being able to afford it due to financial issues. He was our family's main wage earner, and our depression prevented us from being able to cope with these new challenges. I applied for the Dream Award in hopes of a second chance at a life that seemed like a disaster with no way out. Without the Dream Award, I wouldn't have been able to afford college at all and would have come out with thousands of more dollars in debt. It made it possible for me to complete my degree program and by allowing me to focus solely on my studies and enjoy the college life without having to stress about my financial situation. When I finished my degree, I accepted a job offer with the Warner Robins Air Force Base in Warner Robins, Georgia, as a test automation engineer. Thank you. To all the scholars out there, remember what got you here. All your hard work and dedication got you in the position, in those seats you're in today, and it will aid you in your future endeavors and other obstacles you may come across in life. Never stop working hard and never stop being who you are. Being true to yourself is what makes you the great people that you are and defines you as an individual. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacoby. Hey, friend. So my last portion of the evening, we need to fund these scholarships, all right? We've got a goal tonight of $125,000, and right now, we're going to give each and every one of you an opportunity to donate at some manner or level that's meaningful to you. So if you're watching us at home, online, on YouTube, you've got the QR code, you've got the link, you can donate as well. If you're in the room, I want you to raise your bid card. Or if you're a little bit shy, you can log on your phone. But we're here to celebrate, have some fun. We're here to raise a little bit of money. And our first level, you've heard the stories. You've met the scholarship recipients. You've heard stories all night. We're going to fund some scholarships here. $125,000 is our goal. And my very first level, it's a big number. And I'm looking for 100% participation at some level in this room. If you've got it to give, I want you to do so. Right now, the first level is, how about $15,000? It's a big number. I know it. Anybody want to donate $15,000 in the room here tonight? Just raise your bid card up. God bless you, Mr. Ballard. Number one, donor number one. Bob, we appreciate you so very much. Thank you. It's always been wonderful to work with you. Glad to see you tonight. Anyone else at $15,000? At that rate, we're going to hit our goal pretty quick. Thank you, Bob. Anybody want to do $10,000? $10,000. I'm not afraid to ask. We'll stay here all night if we have to. How about this? $10,000. You see up here on the screen just what that kind of equates to. That's equivalent to a student's average tuition for a year. All right? How about this? We can go lower. I want everybody to feel comfortable to donate at some level that they would like to. How about, what's the next level, guys? Christian, what do we got? $5,000? $5,000. If anybody wants to donate here tonight, you can. You certainly can raise your big... Oh, I like this side of the room. $122. Thank you, sir. $194. Another $5,000 donation. Just like that, there's 10 grand in the bank. Appreciate everybody for donating. There's a few things you can do with your money. You can spend it on cool trips and experiences. You can save it, or you can invest it. There's definitely no better investment you can make than with Scholarship America here tonight. We put your money to great use. We've been great stewards of your money. Anybody else want to go 5,000? How about 20? You want to do 5,000? Holy cow! 176, Christian. Another $5,000 donation. That is special. Thank you. Anyone else at 5,000? How about this? $2,500, if I'm not mistaken. That'll be our next level. $2,500. You can see, there we go, Andrea, all the tables. 132, 33, and 148. Give them a big round of applause there, guys. That's $7,500. You think we can make that 10 grand at 2,500? There's 3 that equals 75. My math is pretty sharp right now, guys. Anybody want to go to make $10,000 at this level? Anybody else want to step up at $2,500? Looking for one more. Thank you. 176. Bless you. Donates again. There's $10,000 on top of her $5,000 donation. Bless you. Thank you. All right. So something cool here. We're going to keep going down. Everybody's going to have a level that means something to them or that they want to contribute to. But at the $1,000 level, check this out. We've got a $10,000 match thanks to the Rodney and Deborah Martin Family Fund. All right? So listen, that's 10 $1,000 donations we can match. So if you donate $1,000, it's like getting $2,000. Very simple here. A $10,000 match, and my first person to take me up on it. Oh, everybody's going to do it. 41 and 46 at $1,000. Donor number 50, thank you so very much at $1,000. Keep tally for me, Andrea. 26, number 4, 16, and 11. And we're going to come right here, 164 at $1,000. And that's getting close to our 10 match. We're probably there, but don't put your bid cards down. 236. 199 at $1,000, 142 and 35 at $1,000. Thank you to the Martin Family Fund for matching that up to $10,000. Anybody else want to issue a challenge or a match? We'll do it. Absolutely. $1,000. Anybody else wants to donate? Thank you. Did we get our 10? Did we add up 10 there? Did we get 10 people at 1,000? It felt like it. We're going to lock the doors otherwise. Yes, all right. Right answer had been no. We could have said more, I guess. Here we go. Hey, anybody want to do $750? $750? I'll tell you what, let's make it real simple. Let's go to the $500. You want to do $750? Thank you. Bless you. 45 at $750. Anybody else want to do 131 at $750? All the levels going to get action tonight. $750. Anybody else want to donate? Let's go to our $500 level. $500 here. 101 at $500. 37 $500. Thank you guys. 39 at $500. I'm going to go this way. 72 and 65 both at $500. Donor number 56 and 61. Big round of applause to everybody right there. And 133 at $500. 177 $500. Bless you all. This is so much more fun in person than being on the virtual galas that we've had to have done. Thank you all so very much. Anybody else want to do $500? $250. Anybody want to donate $250? It's on the screen, so I'm going to call it out. 115 at $250. 31 at $250. 14 at $50. I'm going to do 89 at $250 and 53 at $250. Thank you guys there. Number 12 at $250. Oh, everybody's ready to play. 182, $250. 179, 136, and 117. Add 95 to the list as well at $250. This will be my last level, $100. If you want to donate something different, more or less, just scan the QR code. But anybody want to jump in and donate $100? We have nothing else to give away or sell to you. Here we go. At $100, I've got 63 and 73 at $100, 36 at $100, 110 at $100, 229, 231. Give everybody a great big round of applause. Thank you guys so very, very much. What an honor it is to be here in DC with you all in person. Thank you, Scholarship America, for all the good work that you do. It's your turn, boss. Take it away.
Thank you, Jay. Whoa, okay, that should be right here. Thank you, Jay. Give it up for Jay. Remind me to get Jay to plug my Patreon later. And even bigger thanks to everyone who bid this evening. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's an absolute pleasure to show you exactly where your generous donations are going, which reminds me, we have more Dream Award scholars to introduce. So just in case there's anyone in this room who still needs a bit more inspiration, let's talk about the next 10 Dream Award recipients. Once again, I'll ask for our scholars to stand when I call your name. Where is Abby? Where's Abby? Abby. This young woman has set her sights high, both figuratively and literally. An industrial welding technology student at Fox Valley Technical College in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, she's transferring next year to Ferris State University with the goal of combining her passion for welding with her love of aviation, ultimately getting her certification as a welding inspector, as well as her private pilot license. Yes, put your hands together for Abby Maverick Frisk. Where is Zarina? Yes. A first-generation college student who immigrated from the Philippines, this young woman worked multiple part-time jobs to help with her family's finances. Her goal is now to continue to give back to her family and her community through medicine. To that end, she's studying pre-med at the University of Minnesota. Yes, with a minor in leadership, an area in which I'd say she already proved herself. Let's show some love. Zarina Jimenez. Mara. Yes. Talk about overcoming hurdles. This young woman's educational journey was shaped by her hearing loss. This initially meant struggling to understand teachers and missing information. After learning American Sign Language, it meant convincing administrators to keep interpreters on staff and traveling more than 30,000 miles for classes and lessons. Now an advocate for deaf students studying communication at Gallaudet, the nation's premier university for deaf students, let's recognize Mara Lan. Is Tunisia in the house? Yes. This amazing student, mother, author, inspirational speaker, why are you there and not up here? Has penned several books, shared a stage with Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan. The struggles of her special needs daughter have taught her the true meaning of faith. And it's clear that she already knows the meaning of sacrifice and diligence. Now working toward a nursing degree at Wayne County Community College in Detroit, please show your support for Tunisia Nesbitt. V. Where's V? Yes. An immigrant from Vietnam, V was a first grader new to the United States who could not speak English. But her determination allowed her to break through that barrier and gave her the momentum to achieve so much more. With the goal of getting her doctorate, she is currently pursuing an undergraduate degree in nursing at the University of Portland, while somehow finding time to volunteer at a local hospital. Show your love for V Nguyen. Jenna, where are you? Jenna. Jenna found her passion for health and exercise through an unfortunate series of events. When her strong and capable mother's back injury spiraled into narcotic addiction and depression, Jenna moved away to get a new start. They were able to mend their differences before her mother passed away in 2020. But now, as a young adult, Jenna is focused on her studies at Lindenwood University with the goal of ultimately earning a master's in exercise science. Put your hands together, Jenna Perry. Is Mitchell here? Mitchell. Now, Mitchell knows what it's like to fight. A survivor of childhood cancer, the toxicity of his chemotherapy left his heart severely weakened. That led to a 2019 heart transplant, providing his second new lease on life. Since that time, he describes his decision to go back to school as the most uplifting and empowering choice he's ever made. Now, majoring in computer science at Diablo Valley College, please welcome Mitchell Peterson. Can we shine the spotlight on Caitlin? Caitlin. Now, this young lady is a nationally recognized and varsity letter winning equestrian rider. Yes, dedicated to animal health and wellness. Despite learning disability struggles since preschool, she's persevered, succeeding in high school and moving on to college at Morehead State University, where she continues her vocation of helping animals by becoming a registered veterinary technologist. Put your hands together for Caitlin Praisler. Can Devon please stand? Devon. Let me tell you about this remarkable young man. Since 2019, he's served as the head of his family's household due to his mother's battle with an autoimmune disease, working for a nonprofit called Brotherhood Crusade in order to make ends meet, and living at home with long rides on public transportation that's no match for his enthusiasm for academia. Studying mechanical engineering at California Polytech University, Sonoma, he plans to pursue his PhD and focus on treatment of nanoscale solutions for debilitating diseases. Let him know you're on his side, Devon Woodfine. And our final recipient, Marciela, Marciela, where are you? Marciela. The challenges this young lady has overcome are almost unspeakable. Due to her mother's drug use, she was born with addictions to methamphetamines, opiates, and alcohol. Somehow, that only made her stronger, as it experiences with homelessness, food insecurity, and numerous foster homes after being separated from her siblings. It's no surprise that dyslexia could not stop her from pursuing a degree in applied mathematics at UC Berkeley, after which she wants to merge her STEM degree with her passion for the social sciences in order to help others, especially youth from foster homes. Let's show her your support, Marciela Rodriguez. And I'd like to ask all of this year's Dream Award scholars to stand up one more time, all 20 of you. Yes, give it up. We want to thank you for your dedication, determination, hard work, for serving as an inspiration to countless others. Let's keep on clapping. You know how much I love the applause, but this is for them. Our 2022 Dream Award scholars. It's been a long evening, but our program is almost over. We do have a couple more stories we want to share, along with some remarks from our CEO. So our scholars can please sit and enjoy the rest of the night. Here to bring us one of those stories, please welcome 2021 Dream Award scholar, Oyuki Aragon Flores.
Hi, my name is Oyuki Aragon Flores, and I am a 2021 Dream Award scholar. I'm from Forest Lake, Minnesota, and I currently attend the College St. Benedict in St. Joseph, Minnesota, where I am studying nursing. My parents hadn't gone to college, and my two younger sisters both dealt with traumatic health issues from a young age. Surgeries and medical bills stretched our family's budget. But seeing the generosity and care of my sister's medical treatment also inspired me to work toward a degree and career in nursing. To afford college, I took on 2 jobs alongside a full slate of academic and extracurricular activities, including becoming the campus coordinator for a volunteer service trip to Guatemala, tutoring and mentoring elementary school students in my community, and serving on the board for numerous on-campus organizations. It was at this time that I applied for and received the Dream Award. Without the Dream Award, I wouldn't have been able to focus on my education and dreams of becoming a healthcare worker. When I finish my degree, I'm going to be a nurse who continues to advocate for children and families like mine. I want to encourage all of this year's Dream Award scholars to keep moving forward. Be proud of every single accomplishment and hurdle you've overcome, and continue letting your light shine. Now you'll hear a little more of my story and the stories of three other of my fellow Dream Award scholars, Lizelle, Rebecca, and An. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Andrew Daniel Rocha. I'm a Hispanic.
My name is Lizelle. I attend the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota, where I study business administration, and upon graduation, I hope to work in marketing. Growing up, my parents were in and out of my life. My grandmother unexpectedly began raising me once I was in elementary school, and finances were always a concern for us. I knew I always wanted to go to college because my grandmother hadn't gone to college herself and had always wished that she had, and she just said that she saw so much potential in me, but actually making it happen wasn't always a certainty. The plan was either get a scholarship or push my college dreams later into life, and I was so lucky to find the Dream Award. I just remember opening my email, seeing Scholarship America. I was almost afraid to open it, but when I saw that I had received it, I was shocked. It made me feel so proud to think that all of my hard work paid off and that other people saw that same potential that my grandmother had seen in me in such a young age. It just really was such a blessing.
My name is Oyuki Aragon Flores, and I go to the College St. Benedict in St. Joseph, Minnesota, where I'm majoring in nursing and minoring in psych. And I am beyond excited to be a nurse and continue supporting families and children. Growing up, it was just my sisters, my mom, and my dad here. All of my extended family is in Mexico, and so as a result, we really relied on one another. My two younger siblings both have severe medical conditions. My youngest has a genetic disorder, and my other sister went through brain surgery. As the oldest sibling, I was faced with needing to take care of both of my sisters and supporting both of my parents, whether that be financially or emotionally. When I was faced needing to pay for college, I realized that my family and I needed some help. We knew that scholarships were out there, so being able to come across Scholarship America was great. I do remember when I got the email, I was so overwhelmed with all the emotions that I started crying. My mom was like super happy. I'm very appreciative of all the scholarships that have supported me up to this point. As someone who understands what it's like to take care of others, it's really rewarding to know that Scholarship America has done something similar for me by relieving some of the financial stress that I faced, but it also has alleviated stress on my family members as well.
I'm Rebecca. I go to the University of Northwestern in St. Paul, and after I graduate college, I'd love to work with kids in counseling and therapeutic practice. My experience personally with mental health struggles definitely contributed to my desire to pursue a field that will allow me to go into therapy and counseling. And if I can be instrumental in helping bring healing and helping bring hope to people who are struggling like that, that's such an honor and a privilege. And I can be one tiny piece in solving a greater problem. So I made a goal to pursue college debt-free, and it hasn't been easy by any means, and it's been really unconventional. One of the ways that I've been pursuing that is applying for scholarships, and Scholarship America has given me the opportunity to graduate debt-free by awarding me this scholarship.
My name is Anna Leva, and I graduated from Minnesota State University, Mankato with a Bachelor of Science degree in Music Education. Currently, I'm working as the choir director at Burnsville High School. I grew up listening to a lot of music and being surrounded by music because both of my parents are very musically inclined. When I moved here to Minnesota, that's when I got the opportunity to be introduced to choir, to singing, and to music education, which is when I decided I wanted to do that for a career. When I was thinking about going to college, I did not know how I was going to pay for it. My family had always motivated me and encouraged me to get a degree, and it was one of those things where they knew I was going to be successful at it, and that just seemed like an obstacle that we were going to find a way to achieve it. But I definitely think that staying optimistic and positive about it definitely helped. Because a lot of my time was invested in going to work to be able to pay for my education, most of the time I was busy, and having to manage time to also be able to go to classes, have the energy and focus when being in those classes, and keeping that energy when I went back home was very tiring. I think the biggest feeling that I have is just gratitude. Well, I don't know, I'm crying. I was not expecting that. It's just you struggle so much for a long time that having somebody believe in you changes things. These are happy tears, I promise. Specifically in my school, I'm one of the few teachers of color. I've had so many students connect with me because of that. Seeing themselves reflected, seeing themselves represented, Many of them have talked about how enriching that experience has been to them. And I think that's rewarding to know that it's not only about my accomplishments, but about how my life is also impacting others. Thank you, Scholarship America, for believing in me.
Thank you, Scholarship America, for investing in students. We're so grateful for you recognizing that we're more than the adversity that we faced.
Thank you, Scholarship America, for giving me the opportunity to pursue my dreams and supporting families like mine.
Thank you for helping me achieve my financial goals, but also goals throughout the rest of my life.
Thank you, Scholarship America. That's it.
Yes, indeed. How do you top that? I'm not even going to try. So what I'll do is just say congratulations again to all of this year's Dream Award scholars, and thank you for your efforts and inspiration. Let those gold sashes shine. Huge thanks to everyone in this room as well, and thanks to you at home watching. We so appreciate everyone who believes in the mission of Scholarship America and everyone who supports this wonderful organization. If you've been holding off on donating, I, for one, admire your procrastination skills. Trust me, you don't want to wake up tomorrow morning wishing you'd given. In fact, you'll sleep better tonight knowing that you did give. So please visit dreamstosuccess.swell.gives and hit Give Now to make your contribution, which will go directly toward helping students like Anna and Oyuki and Jacoby and so many more. Students who could someday be your doctor or lawyer, cure that disease that will save countless lives. Your donations do change lives. So before we put a bow on the program tonight, I want to make one last introduction. This gentleman wanted to thank you personally for your generosity and to share the details about the success of this year's event. And being that he runs this whole thing, I said, sure, why not? Like it's up to me. In fact, I'm gonna keep going. No, I'm just kidding. Please, it's late. You guys want to go back home. Please welcome to the stage the president and CEO of Scholarship America, Mike Nyland.
Thank you very much, Keith. Everyone, let's take a moment to recognize our fantastic MC, Keith Chow. Yay. Keith, you did an incredible job. Thank you very much. As you have heard, my name is Mike Nyland, and I am the very proud president and CEO of Scholarship America. Now, for the past 6 years, whether we were in person or online, Bob Ballard, who I can now call a friend, stood where I am now. And one of Bob's greatest habits, and he had many, is he would always start off by thanking people, and that's a perfect place to start my remarks tonight. First, thanks to Shauna Tucker for starting us off on a beautiful note this evening. It was such a great way to welcome him back. Thank you, Shauna. I'd also like to thank Dr. Karstafen. Thank you. What an amazing speech. I apologize for screwing up your name, but thank you so much. You are such a moving keynote. Your continuous passion, dedication for education are truly an example for all of us, and we are so, so glad you could share your time with us tonight. Thank you. Jay Cash, it was great to see you again. It's always fun to have you. We always love having you. Thank you so much for joining us. Tina Lee and Jeff Silverman. I'm not sure where you are. There's Tina, Jeff. I will tell you both, I have quickly learned how lucky we are as an organization to have both of you serving on our board. Thank you for your continued support. Yes, please give them applause. Now, Jeff co-chairs the Dreams to Success Dinner Committee along with Bill Young. Yes, Bill, thank you for your support. And thank you for everything that you do for students in Detroit. Thank you. Yes. So special thanks to all of them and the entire committee for their insights and incredibly hard work. Now, pulling off a little event like this is certainly no easy feat. It takes an entire group of people to make this possible. Thank you to Andrea Smith, her fantastic team, all of our staff, volunteers, everyone on the production team. You did a fantastic job tonight. Thank you. And of course, I need to thank everyone who sponsored and donated. Specifically, I want to thank our presenting sponsors, Plastipack and the Young Foundation. Bill, once again, thank you. This event could not happen with all of you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your time. Now, I'd like to end tonight where it began, and that is with our amazing students, such amazing stories. Thank you for sharing your stories with us, and we are so glad you were able to join us. We've heard it a couple times. We are in awe of what you have accomplished, and we can't wait to see how you will impact the world. Let us have one more applause for these amazing students and scholars. So now, I just want to take a few minutes and I want to talk to them directly with the Dream Award scholars, me to you. And as I read and listened to your amazing stories, what stood out to me is we actually share, you and I, an experience in life. Although our stories all vary, we share an experience. My story is I was a bullied gay kid growing up in rural Michigan, struggling to survive. But I knew education was my ticket to a better future. I just knew it in my core. And like most of you, a private scholarship helped turn that dream into a reality. And I share that with you because I know on a deep and incredibly personal level how important this scholarship is to each of you. Now, having just a few decades of experience between my scholarship night and your scholarship night, here is my strong advice to you in this moment. I beg you to grab a hold of the energy, the love, and the support that is floating around this room. It's in this space right now. Trust me when I tell you it can last you a lifetime. Long, long, long after your tuition and fees have been paid, what is surrounding you in this space right now will propel you in life and help you overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. The energy, the love, and the support. Grab it. It's real. Hold onto it. And with that, it's time for one of my favorite parts of the night where I finally get to tell you exactly how much money we raised. But before I do that, let me share the date and location for next year's event. In 2023, we'll be putting this program on in this sleepy little town. It's not DC, but this sleepy little town just happens to be called New York City. Yeah, so mark your calendars. And the location is Gotham Hall. I am not making that up. New York City, Gotham Hall, November 3rd, 2023. Save that date and we will see you in the Big Apple. Now, without any further ado, and it says it on the screen, I have no idea what further ado means, but I've always wanted to say it. With further ado, it is my great pleasure to announce that the 2022 Dreams to Success event raised an amazing $575,000 tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We will see you next year in New York. Good night. Be well.